Welcome back to MjrWargasem Gaming. I am, of course, MjrWargasem. This video is going to be some Battlefield 1 news and a brief channel update. And if you've been back on Battlefield 1, you may have seen this guy right here. And by him, what I mean is very inexperienced noob player. That guy was on the roof of a building, literally had the drop on me, just could have shot me, but he failed to secure the kill. I've said in some of my previous videos, a lot of new people are coming over to the Battlefield franchise, and you've probably seen some of them. But for those of you who don't know, we are just about a month away from the release of Battlefield 1. DICE and EA have been hitting us with big-time info news bombs. Yesterday, they revealed all 9 maps and 6 game modes. I'm not going to list them all for you here because I'd butcher 1 or 2 of the European-sounding names, but the maps look good and the game modes seem promising. But the biggest reveal was probably about kills impacting the scoreboard again. If you can tell by this clip in the background, I really enjoy playing Combat Medic. It's what I fell in love with in Battlefield 3. Everybody loves and appreciates a good medic. Somebody who's a good shooter, can kill the guy who killed you, and when it's clear, revive and heal you. And that's how a good medic should be played. It can be great and powerful on the battlefield, and I'm happy that kills are coming back, but there's also some negativity that's going to come with this, and I'll explain a little bit. In the beta, not a lot of people played medic because they didn't really feel it had as big of an impact, and now that kills are going to impact the scoreboard more, you'll see more people playing medic. But you're also going to see a lot more of this right here. Guys camping in corners. I really feel that with a fixation on KD, DICE is reinforcing this negative stigma that came over from Call of Duty, which is just people focusing on their KD. We've all seen that guy in the tank who goes 40-0 or 50-1, and he's just trying to snipe with the tank. And we've all been on those teams where you wonder why you're losing so hard, and you look at the scoreboard, and a third or a half your team is playing Ricky fucking Recon, sitting on the edge of the map, never moving towards a flag because they're afraid, God forbid, my precious KD will go down if I die and go over there, so they don't really push. They're throwing their team under the bus from the minute the game starts. I really wish DICE had the balls and the courage to go with their original scoring system from the beta, which is the flags. PTFO. The flags were the only way to score points for your team. Kills still very much had an importance from a tactical location of map control. And if you don't understand or know what that is, then you really shouldn't be playing shooters. But I'll break it down for you real quick. You need to control that 60 to 75% or 80% of the map to control where your enemy's going to be, how they're coming out of their spawn. And if DICE had kept the scoring system the way it was, then teams would have fought for those flags and fought for map control. Now you're just going to be seeing vehicle whores and KD whores and people who don't want to go for the objective. I wish that they kept it the original way and the focus would have been on win-loss ratio instead of pathetic KD. Battlefield is a team-based game of over 30 people on your team, so no one guy can win it for his team. You have to work together with your teammates. Focusing on win-loss ratio would have made people really play the flags and push hard and try to capture those objectives. Now there's always going to be those guys who go 4-0 and sit on the edge of the map and say, but look at me, I contributed. Yeah, you snipe 4 or 5 guys all game and you never move from the same spot, and you think that because you never died, you contributed. And you really didn't help anybody but yourself. So you're going to see more of that selfish gameplay, which is unfortunate. Obviously, as you can tell by the gameplay in the background, that's not really my style. If you haven't seen a MjrWargasem Gaming video before, my playstyle is kind of go big or go home. I like to be on the front line, I like to get kills, and like I said before, I like to play Combat Medic, as you can see, sometimes reviving people at the detriment to my own health. But that's just my own personal play style, and that's not everybody's style, but DICE had a real chance to help us as a community move away from this God forbidden Call of Duty fixation on KD and focus more on just winning the game for your team. But let's not focus on the negative, let's focus on the positive. They're also changing a little bit. The support class is getting a buff. Everybody knew support needed a gadget. In past Battlefield games, the Engineer, which is now the Assault class, has always had mines and rockets. I don't understand why in the beta they needed mines, rockets, and dynamite, which is now kind of like C4. DICE really should have just given the dynamite to the support class like it's had in the past. I mean, granted, that's been dumbed down a little bit because it doesn't stick anymore. You have to be good enough to use it. Again, it's more of a return to that skill-based gaming, which I'm happy that Battlefield 1 is going in that direction. I just wish that people weren't going to focus on the KD aspect of it. But now we'll get into the channel update a little bit. For those of you who don't know or are new here, my uploads have been very sporadic, just when I have great gameplay to share or a video that I want to throw out there. I'm going to try to get to more of a constant Wednesday, Sunday upload. And for those of you who don't know, YouTube has changed their search algorithm and updated their platform, as they always do, and they have a right to. But now YouTube will no longer send you all videos for your subscription. They don't want your inbox being filled up with spam. So now if you want to get all videos, you have to click on the subscription button and click on that little bell there next to it. There's a little bell next to the subscription button which will tell you send me all video content for this channel, and that's the only way you can get all the videos that people are posting. So from your favorite content creators, you might need to go back and update those channels again by clicking that little bell next to the subscription button. If you're new here, please hit that like or subscribe button, as that always helps me out. And if you're one of my new viewers or new subscribers, I recommend you go back and look at some of my older videos. I've only started YouTube this year. It's been 7-8 months now, so we're in September. Yeah, I believe I started in February. So I've uploaded a lot of old videos that if you're a shooter fan, you'll enjoy some of my content. But we'll wrap it up there. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. I hope you've enjoyed the clip. And as always, remember my motto, MjrWargasem, all over my enemies' faces, just like that fool hiding in the train car. I hope you've enjoyed the gameplay.